let's talk about indexing of the data frame, right? So here we have the data frame, right? For example, if I want to access zeros or very first element of this data, obviously we'll say go to head and type 1. I'll get the first row. But what if I need to get second row? You will say get right 2. You will get second row. No, I need to get second row, not first 2 rows. So in order to do that, I have a method that says dot loc, yeah, location. So I need to go to a particular location inside the data frame. So I'll say 1. So it will get me that the details of that particular location. I can also pass multiple locations over here. For example, if I need to get, let's say, randomly some indices, let's say indexes, and here I'll write a few random indexes, 10, 100, then let's say 76, then finally I need 55 as well, or let's say a bigger number, 555, right? So I need all these indices. So I'll store all the indices in a list, and I'll pass this particular list, IDX, over here, IDX. So here we go. So I got what? I got row number 10 over here, row number 100, row number 76, and 555 as well. And if you notice, these rows are not sorted, right? These rows are displayed in the exact same order, the way I wrote these rows indices over here, right? So this is how I can we can get any particular index. We can also use slicing over here as well. So if I say data frame dot location, so if I need to get any particular chunk of the data, for example, from 1000 to, or maybe let's say from 100 to 110, I need these 10 rows. I can do something like this, right? Just like slicing of list or any other data structure. And I can also do something like I need to go from row number 100 till row number 200, take a jump of 10, right? So this is the jump. So it will get me row number 100, then skipping next 10 rows and going to row number 110, skipping 10 rows and going to row number 120, and so on and so forth, right? Now, this is how we can access random rows. What if I need to access random columns? Very simple. All I have to do is I'll say data frame, and here I'll provide the columns that I need to access. For example, name column, NAME. It says key error. Key error means this particular key does not exist in the dictionary of data frame. So what is, there is we have a name with the smaller n, not with the capital N. So running it, here we go. All the names of cars are available over here. Instead of doing this, if I pass any list of column names, then it will get me the multiple columns. For example, I need to get name, I need to get year, and I need to get the value of fuel as well. Running it, there we go. So we need we are able to print all the columns that are listed over here, only these columns, not all the columns, and all the rows that were there inside the data set. And now you see, this is our sub data frame, or you can say only 3 columns and all the rows. So this is our independent data frame. Now we can store it in another variable as well. We can export it as well. So if we want to export it, what will we do? Since this whole thing is a new data frame, so I'll say dot do CSV, right? To CSV method will write this particular data frame into a CSV file, into a new file. So what is going to be the name of this file? That's a new.csv. Again, the procedure is same. If I'll only write the name of the file, then it will go to exactly same folder where my coding file is residing. Otherwise, if I'll write the address as well, then it will go to the particular folder, address of folder, right? So if I run it right now like this, and I go to my folder, where is it? Yeah, this one. Yeah, here you go. New.csv is, if I open it up, there should be only 3 columns in it and all the rows. So here we go. Name column, year column, and fuel column. And first column is obviously the indexing, so we don't count that. So only 3 columns and all the rows are available. So this is how, for example, if I pre-process the data, if I remove some data, or if I extract some interesting information from the data and I want to write it in a new file, I can do it like that, right? Now, Let's make this thing a bit more complex. And what if out of these 3 columns, right, I just want to get rows from, let's say, 1000 to 1100. I need only those 100 rows. Very simple. Since this is itself a data frame, right? So I'll say dot location. So I'll have to go to a particular location. Yeah, row number 1000 till row number 1100, right? Running it. Here we go. From 1000 till 1100, we have 101 rows over here, 3 columns, and yeah, we're good to go. So this is how we can perform slicing on the data. We can access sub data from a particular data list. Now, there is another function, very useful function that is available in the data frame that says is null, right? Dataframe dot is null. If I run this, so what am I asking right now? Remember, it starts with is. Remember, what is the rule? If any function starts with is, it is going to be a Boolean function, which means it will return either true or false. So it is returning only trues and false. And coincidentally, you're only seeing false over here. Why? What do I mean by that? So it is saying is null. Is this value null? It says false. No, this value is not null. We have a particular value available over here. Is this value null? No, we have a value over here. It is false. So wherever we will have a true, right? Wherever we will have a null value, it will print true over there. Since we have over 8,000 values, we cannot check 8,000 rows for 13 columns. So we have 8,128 multiplied by 13 values. So we cannot check each and every value over there. So what we can do is we can say dot sum. So it will perform addition column wise. So what will happen? False basically corresponds to 0 and true corresponds to 1. So for example, here in somewhere in the middle, if I have 1 true, so it will say 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. So wherever we have true, if we are going to add up all the trues, ultimately it is going to add up all the ones, right? So it will show us the result. For name, we have 0 true, which means we have 0 null values. Year, we have 0 null values. But for mileage, we have 221 null values. For engine, we again have 221 null values, and so on and so forth, right? How to deal, I mean, this is a headache in data science. To have null values in the data, they can cause you errors and stuff like that. So how to deal with null values, we'll see in next video.